We talk about blood pressure, we talk about diet, about memory, about joints and sleep. But when it comes to sexual health after 65, especially the topic of masturbation, most people fall silent. And yet, the questions are there, the concerns are real, and the truth, your body is still a part of you, every part of it, even now, especially now. Many seniors wonder quietly, is it still safe? Will it raise my blood pressure? Is it okay to have desire at this age? Can it harm my heart, my prostate, my energy? These aren't shameful questions, these are health questions, and they deserve honest, respectful answers. What this video will cover, in this video we'll walk gently through the benefits of masturbation in later life that most people don't talk about, the potential dangers and warnings doctors want older adults to understand, signs it may be doing more harm than good, and how to maintain a balanced, safe, and shame-free sexual life, no matter your age. Because here, we don't talk about aging as a problem. We talk about it as a process, a season, a sacred time where everything, even intimacy, deserves care. Part 1, the quiet benefits of masturbation after 65 that science supports. In a world where senior health focuses so much on disease prevention, nutrition, and mobility, one topic is almost always left out: sexual self-care, and specifically, masturbation. For some, it's a source of comfort, for others, confusion, and for many, a secret surrounded by guilt, silence, or even shame. But here's what science and compassionate medicine tells us. Masturbation, when done mindfully and in moderation, can offer real health benefits, even and especially after 65. 1. Improves mental health and sleep. As we age, loneliness becomes more common, touch becomes more rare, and yet the brain still craves connection even if it's with oneself. Masturbation can release dopamine, boosting mood and pleasure, oxytocin, creating a sense of comfort and calm, prolactin and serotonin, helping improve sleep quality. For seniors who struggle with anxiety, restlessness, or insomnia, this gentle release can promote relaxation and emotional balance. It's not just physical, it's psychological healing through something your body still remembers how to do. 2. Supports cardiovascular health in moderation. Orgasms, including those achieved through masturbation, cause slight increases in heart rate, improved blood circulation, temporary expansion of blood vessels, which may help regulate pressure, release of nitric oxide, which supports vascular flexibility. For older adults in good health, this light cardiovascular stimulation can be beneficial, similar to a walk or gentle stretching, especially for those who are less mobile. Caution, this only applies to those without active heart conditions. We'll cover warnings in the next part. 3. Promotes pelvic health and prostate function in men. For older men, regular, gentle ejaculation may reduce the buildup of prostate fluid, potentially lower the risk of prostatitis, inflammation, help maintain erectile function and blood flow in the region. And for older women, self-stimulation may improve blood circulation to the vaginal area, help maintain tissue elasticity and moisture, support pelvic floor tone and bladder health. In both sexes, it supports awareness and connection with a part of the body often overlooked or quietly disconnected from after a certain age. This isn't about fantasy or indulgence. It's about staying connected to your body, staying grounded in your own skin, and remembering you are still whole. You are still deserving of pleasure, of peace, of comfort. Touch, when approached with kindness, isn't shameful. It's sacred. And sometimes it's exactly what the aging body needs. Not to feel young again, but to feel alive, present, and still worthy of care. Part 2. The hidden dangers doctors warn seniors about. When masturbation might harm, not heal. Masturbation can be part of a healthy, balanced life, even after 65. But like any physical activity, especially in later years, it's important to approach it with awareness, intention, and care. Because while the act itself isn't inherently harmful, the context, intensity, and frequency can carry silent risks, especially for those with certain health conditions. Let's look at what doctors want seniors to understand. 1. Hidden strain on the heart. During arousal and orgasm, your heart rate and blood pressure temporarily increase. For most healthy adults, this is mild and short-lived. But for seniors with coronary artery disease, high blood pressure, atrial fibrillation, or a history of stroke or heart attack, even light sexual activity, including masturbation, can trigger cardiac stress. Warning signs to watch for: tightness or pain in the chest, sudden shortness of breath, dizziness or lightheadedness, rapid, irregular heartbeat. If you've been advised to limit exert sexual activity by your doctor, this includes solo intimacy too. Two, increased risk of falls or fainting, post orgasm drop. After orgasm, the body enters a parasympathetic state. Blood pressure may drop suddenly, which can lead to dizziness, fainting, especially when standing too quickly, loss of balance, particularly risky for seniors who are already prone to falls. This is more likely if masturbation is done standing up, in a hot room or after a bath, without hydration or proper breathing. Three, skin irritation or infection. As we age, skin becomes thinner, drier, more prone to micro tears and slow healing. Using excessive friction, harsh soaps, or not cleaning properly afterward can lead to irritation, UTIs, urinary tract infections, yeast or bacterial infections, especially in women, prostatitis, flare ups in men. If you experience burning, itching, or unusual discharge after solo activity, it's worth checking with a doctor, right? Four, emotional triggers, shame, isolation, or obsession. Masturbation can bring relief, but for some, especially those living alone, it can also trigger guilt or sadness afterward, feelings of isolation or disconnection. In rare cases, compulsive behavior where it becomes a substitute for real connection. If the act becomes frequent to the point of affecting sleep, mood, or motivation, it may be a sign of emotional imbalance, not just desire. Sexuality deserves compassion, not secrecy, and sometimes the body asks for touch when what the heart needs is presence. This is not about fear, it's about listening. Your body is still capable of pleasure, but it's also more vulnerable now than it was in your youth. That's not a weakness, it's wisdom. And wisdom says, go slowly, stay aware, and never ignore what your body is trying to tell you. There is no shame in caution, no guilt in adjusting, only care and kindness for a body that's walked with you this far. Part 3. When it's time to pause or talk to a doctor. Signs it's doing more harm than good. At this stage of life, self awareness isn't just helpful, it's essential. Masturbation, like any private habit, is only healthy when it's in balance, when it serves you physically, emotionally, and spiritually. But sometimes your body or your mind may quietly signal, this isn't helping me right now. And that's when it's time to pause, reflect, or seek guidance. Let's explore the gentle signs that it may be time to talk to a doctor without shame, without judgment. 1. Pain during or after masturbation should not hurt. If you experience burning, stinging, pelvic cramps, lower back tension, prostate discomfort, or tenderness, these could be signs of urinary tract infection, prostate inflammation in men, vaginal thinning or dryness in women, pelvic floor dysfunction. Pain is never something to push through. It's a whisper from your body. Please be gentler. 2. Lingering fatigue or lightheadedness. If you feel overly tired, dizzy, shaky, or experience blurred vision or irregular heartbeats after climax, it may be a sign that your body is not tolerating the exertion well. This can be connected to heart conditions, blood pressure instability, dehydration, nervous system imbalances. It's not weakness. It's a cue to slow down or seek a checkup before continuing. 3. Emotional discomfort or compulsion. Healthy self touch should bring relief, release, or a sense of calm. But if you feel guilt, shame, sadness afterward, or find yourself turning to it out of habit or boredom rather than desire, it may be time to explore your emotional needs more deeply. Masturbation cannot fill the space of loneliness, grief, or disconnection. And that's okay. You are not alone in feeling this. 4. It replaces real connection. If you found yourself turning away from real intimacy, avoiding social interaction, or spending more time in isolation after self stimulation, it may be a sign that your heart is craving more than just physical release. It may be time to invite conversation, presence, or companionship back into your life. Even a gentle conversation with your doctor, therapist, or trusted loved one can open space for clarity and healing. There is no shame in asking questions, only strength in being honest with yourself. You are not broken if you need to pause. You are not weak if your body asks for something different. You are not too old to care for your needs, even the tender ones. And sometimes real strength is in saying, maybe I need help understanding what I'm feeling, and that's okay. Part 4, a healthier, kinder way to approach sexual well being after 65, physically and emotionally. At this age, everything in life becomes more intentional. We walk slower, but more mindfully. We speak less, but with more meaning. And intimacy, even when it's with ourselves, deserves that same intention, that same care, that same grace. Because sexual well being after 65 is not about performance, it's about presence. It's not about frequency. It's about how we feel afterward, physically, emotionally, spiritually. Let's explore how to bring balance, safety, and quiet joy back to this part of your life. 1. Focus on the whole experience, not just the release. In youth, the goal was often the climax, but as we age, the journey becomes more important than the destination. Instead of rushing toward release, try slowing down, focusing on breath and body awareness, using warm compresses, oils, or relaxing music, connecting with sensation, not urgency. Treat the moment like a form of meditation. Let it be about comfort, not climax. 2. Moisturize and protect aging skin. Skin after 60 is thinner, drier, and more prone to irritation. Always use natural lubricants like aloe vera based or water based products. Avoid harsh soaps or alcohol based wipes. Gently clean with warm water and pat dry afterward. If needed, apply a soothing balm to prevent chafing or redness. This is not about vanity, it's about dignity, giving your body the care it deserves in every act. 3. Integrate mind and heart. Sometimes the body desires touch, but what the soul craves is connection. You can integrate emotional care by journaling before or after self touch, saying kind affirmations: I am still worthy of pleasure. This is my time. My body is still mine. Practicing gratitude for your body, your breath, your presence. It's not indulgence, it's intimacy with yourself. 4. Talk to your doctor without shame. If you're unsure, in pain, or just curious, bring it up. A simple check in with your primary care doctor, urologist or gynecologist, geriatric care specialist, or therapist can remove fear, correct myths, and offer safe suggestions tailored to your health. You deserve care in all areas of your health, not just the ones people are comfortable talking about. You are not too old for touch. You are not too far from passion. You are not broken. You are still becoming. This is a season of life where nothing needs to be forced, only felt gently. Touch yourself kindly. Speak to your body with warmth. And if the moment comes, let it be a quiet celebration of the fact that you are still here. You still feel. And that means you are still beautifully fully alive. After 65, we're taught to watch our heart, our joints, our sugar, our memory. But rarely, almost never, are we reminded to still watch our need for touch, for warmth, for connection. And yet, your body still remembers, it still feels. And when approached gently, it still responds with calm, with clarity, with care. Masturbation is not shameful, but like everything in this season of life, it deserves attention, balance, and above all, kindness. Gentle reminders from this video. Yes, there can be benefits for sleep, mood, circulation, even confidence. But there can also be risks for the heart, skin, energy, and emotional health. Your body now needs presence, not pressure. And if anything feels off, physically or emotionally, it's okay to pause, to ask, to care. Because caring for yourself doesn't stop at your diet or your medications. It includes every part of you, even the ones society told you to hide. If this video brought you peace, clarity, or comfort, please like it, so YouTube can share it with more seniors who may be quietly wondering the same things. Subscribe to True Senior Wisdom for gentle guidance on aging well, not just in body, but in spirit and in self-trust. And in the comments, feel free to share, what's one thing you wish more people talked about openly in this season of life? Because here we don't speak with shame, we speak with softness, with courage, with the wisdom of a life that knows. Even after 65, there is still so much more to feel, to heal, and to love, beginning with yourself.